turn your head just a smidge and it completely changes the way your nose looks. Today we are going to draw a 3/4 view nose. So here we have a front view of a nose. So front, right there. Now we're going to turn our head 3/4 and we're going to look at a nose in a totally different way, but still a very easy way to draw a nose. So what we're going to do is, and again, you only need a pencil and an eraser if you really want to get fancy with shading. Get a paintbrush, and I'll include links to everything in the video description if you want to use the same things I'm using, but you don't have to. Starting off, just like we did with that front nose, and I'll include a link to this video if you want to follow along for that one. And we just start with a circle. Keep it light, keep it easy, doesn't have to be perfect, just need a circle. Then you want 2 small side circles, again, just like we did with this other video. They're going to overlap a little bit. There's 1. There's 2. Now, this is when we mix it up. So now you're going to take this circle and erase where it overlapped. This side, you're going to erase both lines where those circles overlap. So now you have that part of the nose, the bottom part. We got a little button nose thing going on here today. Next, because this is a 3/4 view, we can see a lot more of the side of that nose. So we're going to draw a little line, the bridge of the nose right there. And we're going to connect right here, this nostril. Now we're going a little bit darker with our lines. We're really outlining the shape of the nose. We have the bottom, we have the bridge of the nose. We don't need that anymore. We don't need that guide anymore. So we can erase it. Swish away those eraser marks. And there you have the pencil outline, nice line drawing of a 3/4 view of a nose. But we don't want to just stop at the very simple, nice line drawing. We want to add some shadow and really build up some volume. So just like before, the light source is from over here. Boom, boom, boom. These are rays of light for anyone who's wondering. I like to sketch. Okay, so if the light's coming from this direction, then the nose is going to be casting shadows over here. And something I say a lot is grayscale drawing, grayscale coloring, anything as easy as 1, 2, 3. 1 dark color, 1 medium color, and 1 light color. And we still have a little bit of this outline. Probably can't see it, maybe you can a little bit, of that initial circle. And that's going to be our guide for this button nose, where the shadow is going to be. Where the nose is casting a shadow. Right there. So that's part of it. And then we're going to connect. Remember, it's casting the shadow. It's making a shadow onto the cheek of the face. So we're going to have some more shadow there. Shadow underneath the nose because the nose is popping out of the face. And then, because this part of the nose, right here, we don't have a line. You can draw a line if you want to, but little one, little line for you. But we're going to just be drawing a shadow. Instead of a smooth single line, we're going to do basically you could say a squiggle line, a fuzzy line. We're going to connect them. So here you can almost see a triangle shape forming. And if you hear that snoring, that is my cat taking a nap. He does not care what time I am working. He doesn't care what I'm doing. He'll do whatever he wants to do because he is a cat. Okay, so now we have to do a little itty bitty trace of a shadow right here because, nostril popping out. This side popping out. Basically, wherever it pops out of the page, you're going to be having a little bit of a shadow. Remember, if it's lighter, it's coming towards you. If it's darker, it's pulling away or going away from you. In this instance of grayscale drawing. All right, and now what you do is take a paintbrush, and I drew the shadows this way. The pencil marks are going this way. So now the paintbrush will be smushing it all around on the paper in the opposite direction. And that's going to really help smudge the whole pencil sketch. And remember, you don't have to do this part. You can just enjoy those nice, beautiful sketch lines. Sometimes I love pencil sketch lines. I think they are gorgeous in a sketchbook. I'm going on this side for a reason. I'll tell you in a minute. I love seeing artists' hand when we're looking at a sketchbook or anything like that. So I don't always do this. Sometimes I really like just seeing the pencil marks all over the place. Okay, so remember I said dark, medium, light. This is the darkest part. This is actually the medium. And here, the very center that's catching all the light because it's coming out, that's the lightest part. So now you go back with your pencil, now that you've sort of smoothed it out, made it all nice and gentle with the shadows. We're going to push the darker area a little bit more. And we're just going to keep pushing those shadows under the nose too. We're going to keep pushing. See the darker areas. It's almost like sculpting on paper. You're sculpting out where the darker shadowy spots are going to be. Remember, there's a button nose that we're doing because I think button noses are adorable. So that's what I'm doing today. So we're going to have a little bit darker shadow right on this side of the button nose because the light isn't getting over here. This ball, the end of the nose, the button part, is stopping the lighting. Same with this side of the nostril. It's going a little bit darker. But now we have the dark. This is actually going to be the medium because this is not the highest part of the nose. This is the highest part of the nose. This is the part of the nose that's coming out, so it's going to catch more of the light. Expand our shadow a little bit more here. Remember, we have that triangle shape sort of hidden in that shadow. And then we're gonna smooth it out because that's the drawing technique we're doing today. And of course, if you are finding this video helpful for drawing a 3/4 view of a nose, go ahead, tap that like button. Again, it always helps motivate me when I get likes on my videos, just letting me know I'm, doing something that's helpful for others, inspiring others. That's what it's all about. Just gonna keep blending these shadows a little bit. And nice thing with paintbrushes, if you do this with paintbrush, you could also do this with Q-tips. There's lots of things you could do. Paintbrushes come in many different shapes and sizes, which is fantastic because that means you can pick a paintbrush that fits your drawing style, fits the size of the drawing you're working on. All right, now we're gonna really make those highlights pop. I have a mono zero eraser here. You don't have to use this eraser, use any eraser you have. But what I'm gonna be doing is erasing where the light is really hitting that nose. So that'd be this side, not this side, and also this nostril. Light's really hitting this nostril. And then over here, because this part of the nostril is coming up away from the cheek, it's going to get a little more highlight. This is coming up away from the cheek, so it's going to get a little more highlight. One way to do this is just take a little ball, put it in a light, and you can see where the light is hitting the ball. If you don't like all these eraser marks, just get a kneaded eraser. They're absorbent. They will absorb all the graphite on your paper, and you don't have to deal with swishing things away. All right, now you might think, oh my goodness, I erased too much, or oh, those lines just aren't smooth anymore. Just take your handy dandy paintbrush again, and now gently go over where you erased, and it'll smooth out all those little eraser marks you just made. You can always go back, as long as you haven't totally pressed too hard, you can always go back and push your shadows a little bit more and get that dark, dark, medium, and light effect. Really want to make a nose look like it's really popping off someone's face. Make sure you get the dark, medium, and light. Smooth it a little bit more. There we go. Look at that. And I haven't talked too much about cast shadows versus reflective lighting, but sometimes there's a little bit of reflective lighting. Leave a comment. Should I talk about reflective lighting? Let me know. I never really know for certain what everyone really wants me to talk about when I'm sketching. All right. If you want to add color to your art, go check out my playlist, How to Color Like a Pro. And as always, stay creative.